Alright guys, so today I'll watch this video by Gambit, so definitely go and check out his channel.
Game development is hard. There's no way around it. But to make it a little bit easier on you, I put together 20 pieces of advice to help you along the way. Let's get started. Tip number 1, start now. Don't wait for the perfect.
This is a very normal tip. Of course, you need to start right away. But some people need to do some research, and that's okay. You can research the stuff before you do it for maybe 2 months, even 3 months. Read documentation, see devlogs, know the space. Does it really work out for you or not? Then start. It's not really you need to start from the moment you're at 3 a.m. You're just laying around the bed or something like that. You don't need to start at that specific moment. You just need to start when you feel you are comfortable.
Moment to start whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
By the time you realize the perfect moment comes, it'll be too late. There's an old quote that goes, "The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now." And that's exactly how I feel with game dev and YouTube. I just wish I started sooner.
I know many people don't want to feel left out because all the things happened in COVID and crypto and even NFTs and stuff like that. I know many people don't have the feeling, I don't want to be left out, but it's okay, take your time. You have 100 years to live, maybe even more for some people. So take your time, make your research, and be confident that the thing that you will start is the thing that you want to do for the rest of your life or for a big portion of it.
Tip number 2, scope low.
For your beginning, yes, you can make scope low, but when you are starting to be a bit of a senior in experience wise, you need to scope a bit high. You need to start searching for big opportunities so you can really make a very big career breakthrough.
Like lower than that. Game dev takes way longer than you initially realize. If you plan to make some massive game,
again, my opinion about that, it's not like that. It takes longer because of bad planning, and most people don't start with GDD and really plan everything they want to design. So that's why it takes a lot in production. Always when you lack pre-production, the production phase would be bigger because of you needing to do the pre-production and the lost time of redesigning the pre-production inside production phase, which is wrong. If you've done your pre-production right, you will literally know the time that you can finish this game in.
Or experience, you'll quickly overwhelm yourself. As a beginner, I would suggest starting with one mechanic and having the entire game revolve around that.
To me, I see this as a bad advice. You should start with a GDD, and the game mechanic should be revolving around the narrative, not the opposite. In the end, video games are playable movies or something like that. You cannot make a game without a story. It would suck in today's standards. So you need to make the mechanic revolves around the story. Like the story is based and the mechanic is a part of the story. There's a power system of the story and stuff like that. You cannot just make one mechanic and build your story around it. This is bad or narrative design, and I see many people do it.
Tip number 3, quitting a game is okay. If you scoped your game way too large and you won't be able to finish it, there's no...
You can quit a project, it's okay. I quitted many projects, but you can redesign them and scale them so you can use them as assets for your next games.
No shame in quitting. Most recently, I quit the GMTK Game Jam, and I'm happy I did. I wasn't a huge fan of the theme, and my ideas were either too complex or I was just not passionate about them. So after a full day of getting nothing done, I quit, and it was one of the best decisions I've made. Tip number 4, actually finish something. This might sound like the opposite of the last tip, but it's not. If you're 80% of the way done with your game, finish it.
Of course, and if you are, see, again, many people leave it because they did bad planning. Every production has 3 phases: pre-production, production, and post-production. You need to really make out your plan perfectly so you can make it and applicate it in real life. But you cannot just go around, neglect the pre-production and post-production, and think you will finish the project. That's a bit stupid, to be honest.
The more you finish games, the
So
better
of
you'll
course
be
you
at
need
it.
to finish it if it's 80% done.
Tip number 5, stop copying tutorials. I hear all the time beginners are stuck in tutorial hell, meaning they're constantly watching tutorials but never able to finish anything on their own. Unless it's your first 1 to 3 games, you shouldn't be using tutorials as a step-by-step process.
I do agree with this. Tutorial hell is something that's bad to be stuck with, but there's no literal number to when you are feeling comfortable to make a game. Either it's 3 tutorials, 3 games made by tutorials, 10, whenever you feel confident, and you might not never feel confident, by the way, so it's okay. You can do it even if you don't feel comfortable your first game or confident. So yeah, just make it when you think you are comfortable with the UI and the base of the engine.
That you copy one for one. GWiz's tutorials are a great example of what you should watch tutorials for. He gives a basic tutorial on how to work one thing, and then you'd have to put in the rest of the work to customize it however you would like. Tip number 6, cycle through your workflow. It's easy to lose momentum when you're working on one thing for a very long time. Luckily, there's a lot of things to work on in game dev, so if you ever get stuck, you can switch to something else for the meantime. Stumped on coding? Take a break and work on some art instead.
You need to understand that working in game dev is different than making a solo game. We mentioned that a lot of times and I will mention it again. Solo game dev, you need to do all of this. Game dev, you only need to learn one aspect. You might need to be you want to be a director or an artist, an animator, a coding optimizer or something like that. Whatever you need to work on. It's game dev is very different from solo game development. Solo game development is the thing that he's talking about apparently, but game dev is more of like cinema or main media productions. So there's multiple people that works and according to their specialty.
You'll be able to stay productive and also come back later with a fresh set of eyes on your code. Tip number 7, make a game design document. If you're making anything that'll take more than a couple
Again, to be honest, many of the tips, the four first tips, could be just solved if you told them make a game design document.
days to make, you probably benefit a lot from making a game design document. It'll
And
give
you
you a
need it if
basic
you are
outline to go
going
off
for a
of
publisher.
and save you a lot of time in the future. Tip number 8, this but that rule. Are you struggling to come up with an idea? Use something that's been proven to work and change it or add on to it. You see this all over YouTube, and it works. You write off of something that people are familiar with and put an unexpected twist on it, like making Minecraft but in 4D, and making a horror game but you are the
But
monster.
this is working only for small, uncommercial games, usually. Commercial games, there's you can make the same style of the game without adding some weird twist, and people will still like it. Just like Elden Ring. It's the same systems of Dark Souls and stuff like that. There's no big twist like making it 4D. It's a good game that people want to play because of the narrative, because of the gameplay. People don't want just unique things. Sometimes people just want a good thing that is solid and known.
Tip number 9, make marketing a priority. Sounds strange, right? Well, at the end of
Depending on your purpose. If you are a solo dev with no publisher, you should put marketing as priority, but you are a solo dev and want a publisher, marketing is not your priority because the publisher will take care of the marketing for you.
end of the day, if your game doesn't appeal to anyone, nobody's gonna play it. When doing just about anything in game dev, I try to
But this is game design. If no one wants to play your game, it means your game design is bad, not your marketing. Marketing is different than game design.
ask myself, who do I want my audience to be and what do I want them to feel?
There's
Tip number
audience for anything or almost everything, so it's all about game design. Is it really good game design or a bad one?
10. If you're in it for the money, give up now. If you were looking
No, not right. It's okay to be for the money. Your purpose does not define your destination. it does not. Many people are for the money, but they do a very solid and good job. Many people are for the fame, and they do a very good solid job. It's not just about passion, guys. It's okay if you wanted money or you wanted fame or wanted anything. It's the most important thing that you are enjoying it, not just doing it as a 9 to 5, because it's an creative media, and most creative media works the same, just like cinema, just like game dev, main media, and sometimes it's not, but yeah. So you need really to be passionate about it so you can continue, because it's a hard major to be working in, but it's not just about passion. Sometimes people, yeah, do join for the money, but they enjoy it too, so it's okay.
Looking for a quick or easy way to make money, game dev is not that.
There's
The vast
no
majority of
easy way to
successful
make money,
games take
except of money laundering and evading taxes maybe, but that would put you in jail.
years to make, and the developers have years of experience behind them. And for those successful indie games, there's generally
By the way, this is applied on every major you work on, even medicine or in architecture. It's the same. It's just what's unique that you can make your own projects there, not just a research or something like other majors. So that's what's interesting and make the years of developing is long, and it's okay. Making a game as big as Cuphead for 7 years is a very good deal for your life.
developers that work on it. But if you want to stand out from the competition, here's why you should check out today's sponsor, Brilliant.
Smooth.
Brilliant is where you learn by doing, with thousands of interactive lessons in
I've
math,
used it
data
before.
analysis,
It's a very
programming,
good way
and
to
AI.
teach,
Brilliant
young
is designed to
people,
help you
like
learn efficiently with
10
hands-on
to
problem
15
solving. It
years
allows
old.
you to play with concepts, which is proven to be 6 times as effective as a boring lecture video. You'll also get in the habit of building your critical thinking, so on top of learning
let my,
specific topics, you'll
younger
also
brother
become
use
a
it. He
better
liked it a
thinker.
lot because
Brilliant
it's more
also helps you
visual,
develop a
you know.
daily learning habit, which is something I believe is super important when it comes to learning just about anything. It's basically the opposite of mindlessly scrolling on your phone. To try everything Brilliant has to offer for free for a full 30 days, visit brilliant.org/gambit, scan the QR code, or click the link in the description. You'll also get 20% off an annual premium subscription. Thank you, Brilliant, for sponsoring this video. Tip number 11. Your game engine does not matter, because who's gonna get
Depending on the game you want, you should choose your engine according to the game you want to make. Very hyper-realistic 3D, then go for Unreal. 2D, 3D but cartoonish, Unity might be the best. Pixel art, PXR, and you want it open source, no splash screens, more freedom, Godot.
guess what kind of engine this game was made in? This was made in Roblox. If you're really struggling and have no idea what to pick, I would suggest Godot or Unity if you're a beginner. Unreal is a good option too, but it's going to be a lot harder to learn when you don't have the amount of tutorials as Unity or Godot. Tip number 12. Start by making your game feel good first. Making your main mechanics feel good and
Again, I disagree with that. Go with the narrative first, then start designing the gameplay. Not just feel good. And feeling is a very hard way to describe, so you need to use industry standard design principles. It's better than just feeling something.
responsive will slowly let the rest of the game fall into place. Sometimes making the mechanics feel good is most of the work when it comes to making a game fun. Tip number 13. Don't take criticism personally. This one was a hard one for me. It's easy to shut down or get upset if someone doesn't like something that you put a lot of time into. Try to
agree with that.
detach
This
your
is a
sense
very
of
solid
worth
point.
to the feedback you get on a game you make. There will be rude and nasty people no matter what, and they probably don't know the effort you put.
Sometimes they are not nasty or rude. Sometimes they are right. Sometimes people don't accept criticism, and it's a good criticism. So yeah, it's okay. Just don't take it too personally. It's like constructive, especially constructive criticism. Just try to like see the points that they are trying to make.
Put in. But take notice to things that you hear multiple times, because even if it sounds harsh, they might have a point. Tip number 14. Failure is a good thing. Failure is the easiest way to learn. It's obvious. If you fail at something, then you can be sure there's something you can improve on.
Yeah, to be honest, I do fear when I don't fail because it makes me think like, there's something wrong. Something should fail so I can fix it. If nothing fails, it would be a bit weird to be honest, especially in game dev because it's solo game dev too, because it's very complicated major. So it has many different variables that could break out something. So each day I open my project, I get faced with multiple errors. So it would be weird if you don't.
Tip number 15. Save and document everything you make. Reusing code and assets can be a great way to quickly prototype something. Looking back on what you've made in the past can inspire you and give you a feeling of progress.
Agree with
Tip
that.
number 16. Execution is more important than your idea. I get it. You don't want to tell anybody your idea because you want to be unique. The reality is there are 8 billion people on this earth. I can guarantee you someone has thought of it before. What truly matters is the way you make it. Look at getting over it versus the game it was inspired by. Tip number 7.
Comment on this tip because I need to research something, to be honest. In the future, if I got asked or faced it again, I would answer that, but I need to do some research about something else.
17. You have to get lucky, but luck is not everything. Say a famous YouTuber plays your game. If there's nothing appealing,
the volume always destroys luck. Luck is just a mathematical equation of what are the variables that you don't know. For example, let's say you got into the street and a bird shits on you. You would think that you were unlucky because that happened, and some cultures think that it's a lucky thing to happen. But if you saw the bird was near you in like electricity wires, when you know that variable, he won't shit on you because you know he's coming. The idea is that luck is just the lack of understanding of our brain to all the multiple complicated variables. So the more you know, the more volume you can produce to, the less variables are effective. So the more luck wouldn't be a very effective major on your production.
About your game, you're probably not going to get a lot of sales from it. But if it's actually a good game, people will buy it. That's what happened to Among Us in like 2020. Nobody knew about the game until some popular streamers started playing, and because it was so fun, it started gaining traction. Tip number 18. Choose a style and stick with it. In terms of art, it's very difficult.
Okay. You can choose multiple styles. You can do pixel art games, you can do 3D games, whatever you are passionate to do and you think is the greatest style for your game. Pick it according again to the narrative and GDT.
To take two completely different styles and have them work well together. If you start making assets without looking at the bigger picture, then there's a good chance your game might turn out looking messy or unprofessional. Two of the biggest signs of amateur pixel art are different sized pixels and using too many colors. Tip number 19.
That's just for pixel art again.
Prototype your game. Especially if you think it's an amazing idea, prototype it.
Always prototype, and you should do all the prototype industry standard stuff like vertical slice, demo, then playtesting, early access, and all this stuff. You need to do them all.
A ton of benefits.
There are tons and tons more glitches than the glitches that are on your device because there are multiple devices, multiple screens, multiple accessibility options for different players.
You'll see if it's actually fun. You'll get a semi-demo, which is also like free advertisement for your game. You'll be able to get feedback from other people, and you'll understand the scope and the core parts for your main game. Which leads me to tip number 20, find balance between the robust and the duct tape. This is the most valuable lesson I learned from actually finishing my first game. I had this idea that you should always code things the right way. Were you ever told as a kid to not take shortcuts because you're cheating yourself? That's what I thought programming was. You shouldn't spend weeks on the most perfect dialogue system if you only have 10 lines of text in your game. And on the flip side, you shouldn't be hand coding the same text box over and over if you have thousands of different lines.
Of course, but only if you were wanting to do this one time and just use it as an asset for all your games. I did that. I made a full dialogue and quest system and I use it in every game. So I don't need to recode it if I have a more complicated one. But yeah, this is very right. You should code according to the scalability of your game.
Of text. You have to find a balance between short term or long term. And most of the time, you just have to guess. Because ideally, you want to use the least amount of time possible over the entire course of the project while not sacrificing the quality of the game. Alright, that's enough yapping for me. If you want a funny video, it'll be out soon.
And again, guys, go check out his channel. It's an amazing video by Gambit. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.